Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that is rumored to have a cameo appearance in Star Wars Episode 7, Evil Cody's Revenge. Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you all about a new game from Fantasy Flight Games called Augie of War. I assume Augie means dice in Japanese, because there's a lot of Japanese dice in this game. Age of War from Fantasy Flight Games is a game for 2 to 6 players. Essentially what you're going to do is put out a number of castle tiles in between each of the players, and on each of these castle tiles there is a point value. There's also various battle lines. These are the things you have to roll in order to take that castle. So on your turn, you're going to go ahead and roll the dice. Now, you're either going to roll infantry, cavalry, archers, or daimyos. These are the Japanese nobles. So what you're going to do is, once you've rolled the dice, you're going to look at the various castles, see one you think you can take, then go ahead and put as many of your dice on there as you can. All the rest of the dice you can re-roll -1. You have to set one of those unrolled dice aside. You can go ahead and roll the rest and then try to complete the battle lines, and you can keep re-rolling and re-rolling, but you always have to set aside one of the dice. Well, as soon as you can take a castle or you can't roll anymore, your turn is over, the dice pass to the next person, and they can go ahead and try to take the castles. Now, also, once you have taken a castle, you put it out in front of you, and somebody else, another player, can try to take that castle from you. Now, they're going to have to roll an additional daimyo dice most of the time in order to take that castle, but essentially it's the same thing. So it's a little bit harder to take those castles from other players. Now, there are different colors of castles, kind of sets, and if you complete a set, you can flip all of them over, and you get even more points on the reverse side for completing that set. As soon as all of the tiles from the middle of the table are taken, the game ends. Players add up their points. Whoever has the most points wins the game. So, this game is brought to us by prolific board game designer Rainer Knizia, or as I call him, Rainy K. Now, you'll recall a few weeks ago, I reviewed Game of Thrones Westeros Intrigue. This was also made by Rainy K, and I didn't really care for this game. I didn't get it. It seemed very simple, almost like a kid's game, but it had the Game of Thrones theme to it, and I didn't really care for Game of Thrones Westeros Intrigue. So I wasn't too thrilled to review Age of War. It didn't look like it was going to be, you know, a whole lot of fun. It's kind of the same size box, same designer. I just wasn't terribly thrilled to review Age of War. When I actually took the game out and read through the rules, I was a little intrigued. Yeah, it seemed light, but it also seemed like there could be some real competition there, especially trying to take the castles from other players. So we sat down, we played this game, and you know what? Age of War is a lot of fun. I really, really, really do like Age of War. You know, it's tense, and like I say, when you're trying to get castles from other people, or better yet, when you've got a castle in front of you and somebody else is making a play for it, and you're just sweating those dice. It's a lot of fun. It's really intense, and it's a short game too. It plays in about 15 to 30 minutes. It is not a long game. This is a great opener for game night. The recommendation for the Discriminating Gamer for Age of War is undoubtedly buy it. You'll want this bad boy. Thank you so much for joining us for the Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you, please, please, please like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube. I want you to know I love you all very, very, very much. Augie of War.